question says in this diagram, or in the diagram rather, PQRS is a circle quadrilateral. Let's go and locate where do we find PQRS. You can see we have our P right there. Sorry about that. Let me try and reduce the size. Right. So let's try and locate and see where do we find our P. This is where we find our P. Where is our Q? Like that. And then we have our R. And then we have our S, and it goes back to P. So that is our circle quadrilateral. That's what they are talking about, right? Such that PQ will equals to PR. So let's go and locate what they're talking about. So let me just remove that so that we can see. So they are saying that PQ, this is our P and this is our Q, right? So it's going to be this line, and they're saying this line is going to be equal to PR, right? I'm reading right there. So it's going to be this line. So these two lines are going to be equal with each other. It's very important for us to mark that, guys, because now as we are going to be solving here, we're going to need this information, okay? And then they tell that the tangents to the circle through P and R meet QS product at A, RS is produced to meet tangent AP at B, PS is produced to meet tangent AR at C, and then we have PR and QS intersect at M. And then we have question number 1. I have to say that these questions are going to, this is not the only question. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not the only question. So as we continue, I am going to show other questions. The reason why I did this is because of space. Yes. So they want us to prove that angle S1 will equal to angle S4. Why are these people doing this? Why should we prove? Why? But anyways, let's go ahead and prove it, guys. So they want us to prove S1, right? Is it S1 or S3? Nah, that is S3, guys. Yeah, that's angle S3, right? So we are not going to be focusing on that angle there. We are focusing on this angle right here. They want us to prove that this angle will equals to the angle at S4. Well, they are very close to each other. Yeah? They're very close to each other. So that's what they want us to prove, okay? So I'm going to just try and change the color for this so that we are not confused as we work right through this thing, right? So that's what we are trying to see right now. That's what we are trying to prove. Right. So the first thing that we can say about this is that if you can notice, in our circle quadrilateral that I highlighted when we started, we can see that we have this line that extends right there. Now, what is that line going to give us in our circle quadrilateral? It is going to give us an angle, right? So we can say that this angle here will equal to the angle that is here. And our reason for that is going to be exterior angles of a cyclic quadrant, right? Of a cyclic quadrilateral. So that's the first thing that we can do, right? So we can say that S3 will equals to angle PQR, right? So we can come here and say angle S3 will equals to PQR, right? So we're dealing with that angle there. Okay, and you obviously have to give the reason for this, and our reason is going to be exterior angles. So it's going to be EXT, and then you can just do this, which stands for angle, and then you can say cyclic, and then it's going to be quad. Because of space, guys, I'm not going to write everything as we are going to be doing this. Other reasons, I'm just going to write them. For example, for quad, I'm just going to say Q, right? But I am going to say quad so that you understand, right? So when you are writing, you can just write the full thing. But because of space, I'm not going to do that, okay? Cool. Let's move on now to the next step. So we have now proved that, ne? So I'm also going to come back and I'm going to erase our cyclic quadrilateral. Why do I keep on saying quadrant? So we're dealing with our cyclic quadrilateral, right? So we're going to use black so that we see that these things are equal, right? So let's go back to our red. And then now, guys, since now we have proved that this angle, you need to highlight so that you can remember, right? So this angle will equal to this whole angle, right? So now what can we do with that? let's first find other angles, right? Let's first find other angles that are equal to each other. When you find questions like this where they don't give you any numbers in here in the diagram, it's just a lot of letters. Then what you can do is to in such questions, then it's basically going to be knowledge that you have to apply here, because even when they give you numbers is knowledge, but this one, just try and practice this more so that you get used to the reasoning, because here the reasoning is the most important thing when it comes to you finding other angles. Okay, so we are given that these two are going to be equal. Now if we have a triangle and this is equal to that, right, then we can basically say that these angles are going to be equal as well, right? That's what we can say. So in this case, it's going to be this angle and which angle, and then it's going to be this angle right here. So it's going to be R3, right? So let's go ahead and write that down. So it's going to be R3 will equals to PQR, right? And then our reasoning for this is because of angles opposite equal sides, right? So guys, just know these reasons. They are very important for you to know. I mean, it's all about the reasons at this point in Euclidean geometry. Can you see that? So we have sides, okay? So look at this. We said that S3 equals to PQR, and now we are saying that R3 equals to PQR as well. Now, what can we conclude based on based on the statement that we have written? So we can say S3 will equals to R3, right? So you can write your therefore here, just try and be fancy and show the marker that yay, like I'm a pure math student. Right, so you can write your S3 equals to SR right there. So what else can we do now? What else can we do now? What else can we do now? Let's come back and see. So I'm gonna come back and erase this so that we can have the full diagram to ourselves and understand. So we're saying this angle is going to be equal to that angle as much as this angle. So those three angles are going to be equal to each other. What else now can we find? Look at S4, which is this angle right there. S4 can be equal to R3. Yes, if you got it right, congratulations to you. Clock it. So we can say that, right? So we can say, and the reason for that is going to be angles in the same segment, okay? So we can say S4, so we can say angle S4 will equals to angle R3, and our reason for this is going to be angles in the, you don't even have to write the there. You can just say angles in same seg, right? We spoke about this, guys. I'm not gonna explain again. You guys know now, when it comes to reasons, I don't have the whole space. Okay. So now we have conclude, or we can conclude rather, and say angle S3 will equals to angle S4. If you're watching this on TikTok, then please go watch the other video, because this is where I'm gonna cut it. And then also, guys, if you feel like you didn't understand what I just said right here, then why not come so that I can teach you? You may listen and you can ask questions. Yes, we do online tutoring for the simplest and cheapest prices you can ever find, right? So if you feel like, no, say I didn't understand what you taught here on the video, I still need more explanation, then come ahead and WhatsApp me on WhatsApp in 0684700 and just say, sir, I am ready to join Mobile Education, so that I can send you our price list, and you can basically see the plans that we offer. It's very cheap, guys. Trust me. We also do one on ones. Yes. So if you feel like, now I am a student that would love to learn alone, not with other students, then we can do one-on-one for a very cheap price. So just DM us on WhatsApp. Just say, hi, I'm coming from YouTube. So that we can send you the price list, and so that you can view the price list, talk to your parents or your guardians, so that You guys can decide. Guys, you want to pass, we want to help you pass. With mobile education, you will get tutors that have distinctions, I tell you. So go ahead and text us, guys. We're going to help you reach university level marks. And they we also apply to universities for you. You didn't know that? Well, now you know. You have been stressing about university applications. You get to the website, you don't know what you are pressing, you don't know what you're clicking up. It's stress of examinations. You don't have to go through that. With mobile education, we apply for you. So text this number and make your life simple. All right, so let's go to the next question. So if you can see, guys, we have proved that S3 will equals to S4. So now they want us to prove that SMRC is a cyclic quadrilateral. Right. So now let's go ahead and go locate where is SMRC so that we can highlight the part where we're going to be working on, because now, guys, it's very important for you to do that in the examinations. As you can see, there are a lot of things that are going on. There are a lot of lines here. They are trying to confuse you. They are trying to make your brain function like AI. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know why they're doing this. Why are they doing this to you guys? Why? They are making your lives difficult for no particular reason, but it's fine. You are going to come and text us, and we are going to help you so that you can cheat the system, right? How are you going to do that? We are basically going to give you ways on how you can simplify this for yourself. We're going to teach you things that they don't teach you at school. Yes, that's what we do. So let's come back to the question. So the question wants us to prove that SMRC is a cyclic quadrilateral. So where do we find SMRC? Let's look. This is our A, this is our S, sorry. And where is our M? There we go. We find M there. That line is not make sure. Should I put, okay, fine. Let me do this, guys. Let me put straight lines, so that things can be simple for ourselves and things can be simple for you. You can see we find ways on how we can simplify things here, guys. That's what we do, and we do it best. So now I'm gonna just put straight lines. Right, so why am I doing that? So we are here from S to M, right? So we are working from S to M. We are also MR, right? So we go from M to R, go from there to there. Hey guys, this thing is doing nonsense. Okay, cool. And then we have RC. Okay, so it goes from R to C, and then obviously it's going to move and come back here, right? So they want us to prove that it does look like it's a cyclical quadrilateral, right? So they want us to prove that. Okay, now how can we do that? Now let's look at R1 and R2. So it's going to be R1 and R2. Let me just try and adjust this line right there so that, yeah, it's like that, right? Can I zoom further? No, I can't. Okay, fine. But I believe that you guys can see, and I hope that you guys can see. All right, so we are gonna take our focus and put it on R1 and R2, which is going to be this angle right there. Right. So if we're gonna take that angle and then we're gonna add them together, then you know what we can find? We can find that those two angles are going to be equal to this angle right here. And what's the reason? I'm gonna say the reason to you is Tancourt theorem. Tancourt theorem. If you don't understand, you know where to come and come text. But it's going to be Tancourt theorem, guys. It's not that difficult. Yeah, Tancourt theorem. How you say it? It's up to you. So we have R1, right? So we have to put that R1 there, and then we have R2, and then we're gonna equate them. They are going to be equal to PQR. Okay, so they are going to be equal to PQ R, and our reason for this is going to be Tancourt theorem. Guys, look, let me just change the color so that I can show you guys the Tancourt theorem. Okay, so cool. So we have our tan, as you can see, our tangent, right? And then now, as we have that tangent, we are going to focus on this triangle right there, right here. No, it's not that triangle. So it's going to be, oh yeah. So now we're going to be focusing on this triangle right there. Right, so it's like that. Have you seen something like this in your life before? Yes, you have. If you have not, then you have now. Clock it. Right. So the reason for this is going to be turn chord theorem, right? So you can just do your bracket there. How about you can do this one? How about you can do? How do they do it? You know what I'm talking about. Doesn't really matter, and it will not give you 1 mark or whatever. But this is the thing that is gonna give you a mark. Turn chord, and then you're gonna write theorem, right? We spoke about this, guys. Don't have to speak about it again. Theorem, okay? So now we can say that angle S4 will equal to PQR, and the reason for this is that we proved it, right? If you're watching this on TikTok again, please watch the previous video. That's where everything starts. But if you're watching this on in YouTube, then clock it. So we're going to say that we proved it, right? So we proved it in 10.1, right? So we proved that in 10.1 that they're equal. So this is going to lead to us having something like, because now look at this, we are having that right there. So what can we say about R1 plus R2 equaling S4, right? That's what we can say. So we can say that the angle of R1 plus R2 will equals to, again, angle there, S4, again, angle right there, right? That's what we can say, okay? And then now, by just doing that, we have proved that SMR is a cyclic quadrilateral, and the reason for this is going to be converse exterior angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So we can conclude and say, therefore, SMR has to be capital letters, ne, guys, because of that's how you are given right there. So just to be safe, just to be safe, these people will always look for reasons for you guys not to get marks, but they also love you guys, they also love you guys as much as we love you guys. I love you guys, so don't think that they hate you like that. They don't hate you. They're just trying to make your life difficult, even though they love you guys. All right, so it's SMRS is a cyclic quad. We spoke about this. We spoke about it. Not gonna speak about it again. Right, and then your reason for this is going to be converse exterior angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Right. Do I have to write it? Let me write it. So con, I'm gonna just say con. This is converse. I'm gonna just say con, and then it's going to be exterior angles of cyclic quad. So this is a reason. Remember, put that cyclic quad, right? Spoke about that. Cool. So this is going to be, and then you get your, how many marks was this? Your 4 marks. You get your 4 marks, right? After doing that, you have your 4 marks. You get out you get out of the examination. You know that I got 4 marks. Just joking, guys. You have to get total, man. You have to get total, and we help you get that. If you can't afford mobile education, then this is what we thought. You know what, guys, let's do this video so that we can also give information without children coming to us to campaign. But if you can, and if you afford, then come to mobile education. I mean, our basic plan, which is for 2 subjects, is just 200 rand, guys. The reason why we make you guys pay is because I need to pay the tutors. We have to get paid as the tutors. You guys understand? I hope you guys do.